Have you ever seen a game hyped up so much and then fail so spectacularly immediately after it was launched that it became a joke? That it became a meme? That the internet just makes fun of it at every possible junction? Well, if not, you've probably been living under a rock for the past couple months because No Man's Sky fits the bill perfectly. Now let me cut you off at the pass here by saying that if you enjoy No Man's Sky, then by all means continue to enjoy it. If you enjoyed No Man's Sky and aren't currently still playing it, then good for you. I enjoyed No Man's Sky for a while, but it's hard to really get past the fact that there wasn't really much to the game other than maybe exploring infinitely. I mean, technically every planet that you go to is mathematically different. It's hard for any of the planets to be the same, especially with the way random generation and procedural generation algorithms work. But at the end of the day, what you have is a game that currently has about 10% of its player base at launch that promised the world and then delivered some shitty Olive Garden food to your table. No, hold on. It didn't promise the world, it promised the universe, of course. But anyway, part of the point of this video, and part of the reason I wanted to make this video, is for the game that you're seeing gameplay of in the background. For those of you who have been on my channel for a while, you're probably aware that I enjoy going to Newgrounds and ArmorGames.com for some random flash games. Maybe it's a clicker game, maybe it's an incremental game, maybe it's a tower defense game, maybe it's something with upgrades that makes me launch penguins into space. It doesn't matter. Sometimes I like to go to these websites to kill an hour or two and play something just kind of weird, something different, something that's indie even among indie games. And this is an experience that I've had and I've enjoyed ever since probably junior high. I don't know, it's been a long time. It's been a long time. But anyway, I found this game, No Man's Refund, and I clicked on it. And at first I was frustrated because I wanted the game to load while I was doing other things. So I would click off the game, do other things in other browser tabs that I needed to get done, or maybe do some editing here or there for a video, but the game would pause. So it kind of started out on a sour note for me. But as it turned out, as I played the game and as I did the things that the game wanted me to do, I realized that that was all in its design. What No Man's Refund is probably the ultimate satire on a game like No Man's Sky. And I find it absolutely hilarious, and I just wanted to show this game off in all of its satirical glory. It's a nearly perfect two-dimensional reimagining of No Man's Sky, and they created it in like less than a month. Or maybe not less than a month, maybe a month or two. It doesn't really matter how long it took them to make, other than the fact that it took a tiny fraction of the time that it took Hello Games to. And it's probably just as complex. Joking aside, this game manages to encapsulate all of the tiny, infuriating aspects of this game. It takes the core gameplay loop of No Man's Sky, and it keeps it almost completely intact. That gameplay loop being find minerals, mine minerals, create items, create fuel for your ship, keep all of your stuff fully charged, and then go explore other solar systems. And it doesn't just capture the core gameplay loop. It captures all the little quirks that we love to make fun of about No Man's Sky. Oh, you killed a space cop. Congratulations, here be rewarded. I don't know why I said that so weird. Here, be rewarded with this screen that completely stops you from doing about 90% of the things in the game that last for probably 5 seconds too long. Oh, the computer's saying that my life support is low? No, it's literally at 80%. And it's saying that it's low again. Let me check it. It's at 70%. It's saying it's low again. No, it's at 60%. There's something special about this game that's just meant to make fun of one of the most hyped games of the decade, probably of video game history. I don't think I've ever played a little flash game or an indie game or anything like this that perfectly encapsulates what sucks. That perfectly encapsulates the failure of a game that so many people were excited for and hyped up for. And as I was playing this game, that's when I realized No Man's Sky has become the joke of 2016. I mean, sure, you can have all of these things in 2016, like, you can go to Jim Sterling's channel and you can watch his backlog of Jimquisitions and greenlight bullshit and all these other things. You can watch his war on digital homicide and the games in general that they have been putting on Steam, plus the pile of crap that ends up on Steam in the first place. And those, as terrible as they are, they're not as big of a joke as No Man's Sky. They're not quite as big of a failure. While we can look at the shovelware that ends up on Steam and laugh at it, it's not something that we ever expected anything from. But the disappointment around No Man's Sky, I dare say, exceeds and even eclipses that of Aliens Colonial Marines. Now, I've never played Aliens Colonial Marines myself, but it's widely regarded as one of the worst high-profile games that exists. Because it had a similar amount of hype behind it. It had a similar amount of big marketing behind it, and then it just ended up failing and flopping and not delivering on all the promises. But as outrageous as that game was, I don't think it's ever become a joke quite like No Man's Sky has. We've reached a new era. Anyway, I'd love to know what you guys think, so please let me know in the comment section below, and if you're interested in playing this game for yourself and experiencing everything that No Man's Refund has to offer, I highly recommend checking it out by clicking on a link in the description below. Anyway, my name's been ingeniousclown. If you liked the video, be sure to hit that like button on your way out. I would greatly appreciate it. And if you haven't already, follow me on Twitter at ingeniousclown, and hit that subscribe button for more awesome gaming content here in the future. And I'll see you next time.